So hopefully everybody can see my screen all right. What I want to do is we want to make sure that you get the most out of your membership, right? And so I think most all of your schools use some type of student information system. Well, not only did we roll out this brand new website, we rolled out what's called association management software. It's a brand new association management software that has a much beefier member portal, which is called the Info Hub. So what we're going to do first, if you've not spent time looking around our new website, please do so. A lot of the information that is public out there today is probably going to start transitioning. We're going to put bite-sized amounts there. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that all of our members know how to get into that Info Hub, because you paid for things that we don't want to share with everyone, right? It should be some exclusivity. We're also going to be rolling out some forums. I'm going to show you how that all integrates. But first, you got to figure out how to get on that, right? So with this, let me find my pointer here real quick. All right, I got my spotlight here. Hopefully everybody can see it. Right here at the top of the website, you can see this member login. You want to click on that member login. And that is not wanting to pop. There we go. With me today. All right, so that takes you to this page here. Well, these are going to be blank and you're going to get to it. And as of yet, your email and your name is most likely going to be in our database already. So, but you still have to create an account. So what you want to do is come down here and it says don't have an account. You want to click on create one. And then you just come in here, put your first and last name and your email. If you get some type of intercept, that's where you're going to go, oh my goodness, I can't log in. Well, at that point, all you have to remember is membership@myaacs.org. That's going to send the information over to Amanda, and we want to welcome Amanda on our team. She just came from one of the state associations. She's going to be heading up all of our membership, and she's going to be your new point person, anything membership. Doesn't mean myself and Kimber and Jessica aren't available. It's just because that's going to be her main focus, is getting new membership and being able to solve any issues that you have. So most of you are going to have no issue. You're going to put in your first, your last name, your email address. You click submit. At that point, you're going to get an email to the email address you just left there, which is the one that you're receiving. So look and see where we're sending this information to, because you have to use that email address. But if you have issues, reach out, membership@myaacs.org, and we'll make sure that you get set up on the back end so this is seamless. Once you click submit, go to your email box. You'll have a link there, set up your account, click on it. Once you get logged in, after clicking on that link, it's going to take you to this brand new Info Hub. Our Info Hub here includes a number of items we're going to go over, from just general info that shows what's on the back end in our database. And there's some refreshing that we need you to do. There, you're going to be able to see. So I created it's the AACS Beauty School. It's our little dummy school to demo this. And John Doe's the owner. And so I'm logged in as John Doe. So if you're the primary, you're going to be able to see all this information. So it's going to be your one-stop place. As you can see over here, here's all of our upcoming events. Did I register? Did I not register? Real simple. Here we go. At the top, it says I registered for this one. I haven't registered for the others. If I want to, I just click and follow the link, and it's going to allow me to register for that event right from your Info Hub page. So this is going to be the primary. We're going to leave this up for a little while, but this is also going to become kind of a news area. We're going to share different things up here. But we're going to keep this Info Hub tour until we get the majority of our folks signing in and getting their new logins and credentials. Again, you've got current balance. If you need to make a payment, you click right there. It sends you right over to my billing info. And from there, you can make a payment. Makes it very simple. If you are I'm on Chrome, so it's taking me to Google Pay or a US bank account or a credit card. So we simplified that. You can do ACH. ACH is very simple. You click on the US bank account. It does one of those automatic searches. You put in your bank. This has over 1,000 plus banks in here. Like, okay, oh, I've got one of those online banks. So I go, okay, let's see if it's in here. So we type our bank in. Oh yeah, Ally Bank, it's right there. You click on it, it'll negotiate the handshake. As long as you have a login to your bank, you've created your ACH payment. That's how easy it is. There's no withdrawal or payment. You know, sometimes in the old way, you had to deposit so much, it would take so much out. None of that, just automatically does it. Or, hey, I want to get points. I'd like to pay by credit card. You easily do that, and you can take care of your bill right there. Back up to my info. This is probably the most important. We're going to spend a little bit of time there. Then I'm going to go down the rest of the items on the left column. So, of course, you've gone into your own personal account, which John here is the owner of the school. So it's got his information. Membership works from the top down. So once your organization is a member, everybody is a member. So if you have 6 campuses and you're a tier 8 school, all of those 8 campuses are automatically members. Everybody you enter in the system is automatically a member. So you want as many of your staff to become engaged and to learn and to share. So this is what I'm going to ask everyone to do, is take a little bit of time to make sure that you get your staff re-entered into our new system. Related businesses. So that's your individual. This is the company that you own or associated. You may be a director or another person in the company. If you're the primary, you're going to be able to look and see. So for our partner members, you're only going to have this one related business. For our schools, what you're going to see is related branches. Those are the campuses. So even if you only have one school, you are still going to have 2 records. You're going to have a primary record with the HQ on it. That's where all the billing takes place. And then you're going to have your related branches. So that is the actual campus. Now, the information may be identical to the HQ and the related branch, or it may be different. Some of you have, you know, a separate corporate office at a different location. That's the information that should go in here. What you want to do is anyone who's connected corporately that you would like to engage with the organization, you can go right here to the next tab, which is related contacts. So as you can see, I'm in John's current login. We can see that Jane Doe here is also associated with the corporation. That's his wife, and they own the school together. Then we come over. So anybody at the corporate level, easy enough to add them. You come up to this add contact right here. You click on it. And easy enough, pretty self-explanatory. You've got first name, last name, their title. And then when you come down here to phone, email, or website, you add them all here. And the software is smart enough to know that if you type in www, that it's a home page. And that's all you need to do. Then you go, you say, okay, I want to put in also, I'd like to have my phone number in here as well, and I want to put my cell number in because I want to make sure you're always able to get a hold of me. But it knows right away it's a phone number. And then you can also in here add in an email address. So all that's available right here. You just click this plus box and add it in. And you just go through that and do that for every employee that's connected corporately. Now, maybe you just want yourself as the only one on the corporate. That's great. You're not going to be able to click to related branches. Well, John and Jane, they're lucky they have 2 schools. So they can come right in here. You're really concerned about this top portion right here. This is the only portion. Don't worry about all the grayed out spots down here. That's not important right on this one. So for the branches, you click View Contacts. We've got John and Jane associated with that particular branch. You want to put your school director in. So you add contact. You go right in here, first name, last name, title, same thing. Just click your pluses, put your phone number, email addresses. When you're done, you click done, it saves it all, and now you have your staff in there. They will all be associated to your school, so when we do any type of member email, we're able to, depending on what level they are, if they're a faculty member, you put a title down, they're a faculty member. Then when we do mailings out for CEA or faculty centric, we'll be able to email and send to them. And then other things like our newsletter, everybody gets a copy of our newsletter because it's got pertinent information for everyone. So when you look at your initial related business information, you want to take a moment and look through all of this carefully. Do we have all the correct information? Is your street address correct? Is your phone number correct? Do we have the home page correct? Now, you're like, wow, I'd also like people to know what my social media sites are. So right up here again, you find that plus button, and you can add in phone, email, websites as well in here. And that includes your social media or considered website. So all of that can be done right there. We won't save it for John right now. We come down on the primary on your campus. We're going to have most of this filled in already because we did a match for all the House and Senate districts, as well as the congressional district, both state, House, and Senate. That's already in your record or should be. But if you're a newer member and you've just joined, this may not be filled out. So anything that's not filled out here, please complete it for us. And an important addition we've added here that won't be filled out is please check this first year in business and put your date for your anniversary, because we have a lot of school groups out there that may be celebrating their 25th or 50th anniversary this year, and we'd like to celebrate along with them when you hit those milestones. So please make sure you complete that. So first and foremost, get all of this complete. Go in there, add all your personnel. It's hard to do anything wrong, so go in and play around with it a little bit. If you get stuck, again, you can reach out to Amanda. She's already within 2 weeks mastered this, been able to help some others already, so she'll be able to walk you through if you're having any challenges. Or if you're unable to log in, please reach out to her. So that's all information that's important. Of course, double check your billing information. If you would like, I love AACS and I always want to be a member, and it's hard to keep track of my invoices. I know this membership I want to pay every year. You can easily come in here, go to auto pay and billing, click on manage auto pay, and it's going to bring up a box here. It's going to allow you to create a payment profile, which again brings up our payment box. You have a choice between your card or your bank account, and you can just set your membership up on auto pay, and you never have to worry every year whether you've rejoined. It'll automatically rejoin you. All right, next up, we're going to look at a couple things through here. These are my directory listings. Again, in here, right now, our directory for our schools is just internal. We've made some changes with our website. We'll eventually look at some ways to post this externally. So you want to try to complete this as much as you can. And again, as you go up here to your contact information, you're like, okay, if it's missing anything, if it's missing the home page, social media, go right here on this again, and you can add any of your social media sites, your website, emails, any contact information. So all of this is going to be available on the back end. I know a lot of you are like, wow, I met Kathy at the conference and I forgot to get her phone number. How do I get a hold of Kathy? Well, you're going to be able to go down to this AACS school member directory. You're going to be able to look up her school and the contact information. So it's very important that we get all this complete and proper, and that we're able to contact you at the correct address. Next up is my subscriptions. Right now, we don't have anything necessarily that you can subscribe to. In the future, that is a future thing we're looking at. We have specialty newsletters or something that maybe only some people want to receive versus sending it out as newsletters. We can set up subscriptions. As we spoke before, very important events. You can look at all our upcoming events. Is this something I'm interested in? Again, very easy. I come over here and say, wow, I haven't signed up for this admissions and marketing webinar. And man, I know that Oozle does some great webinars. I'd like to listen in on that. So you just come right in here to the first box. You click on it. It's going to take you over. It knows that you're already logged in. So you can just start your registration right there. If there's a fee, it'll ask you to complete charges. If it's member fee and a non-member fee, it'll automatically show up because, again, you're already logged in. So it makes it very, very simple to go in and register for any of our events. As we come down, you're like, oh, wow, I forgot to put that on my calendar. I'm registered for it, but it's not on my calendar. You click the calendar, it'll automatically download so you can upload it to your calendar. Because of course, once we register for something, we want to make sure we attend it, right? So it makes things a lot easier than before. Everything's kind of single step. You can also, you're just interested in webinars, you can search and look for various things. As we grow and continue to add to this, you know, we're hoping that we fill the page up because I know a lot of our partners are going to be registering to do some webinars this fall and early next year. The next section that we're real excited about are the forums. So John Doe, by the way, Kathy, John Doe is now a member of the board. I forgot to tell you we added him to the board. So John Doe is a member of the board. And so when you click on forum here on the right-hand side, you're going to be able to see what forums that you belong to. The first forum we're going to roll out, and it'll roll out next month, either late August, early September. It's going to be our school owners forum. So it's important that we get all your data in there as owners. This is going to allow you to have, and we're going to roll more of these out. We'll roll some out on financial aid and different operations, marketing, admissions. This is going to be a place really replacing our current email system. This is going to be where you can really target of what's interest to you. We're also going to roll out one specifically for your faculty. One of the goals that we didn't mention earlier is we're really pushing to bring CEA back as a year-round activity and event for our faculty members. So one of the things they're going to have is their own forum, so they're able to share thoughts and ideas and questions that they have, from classroom management to the newest techniques. So you're going to go to that forum page. If you're able to sign up for forums, or they're open forums, they'll show up, or we'll take care of the back end. Like the board members have a closed forum. They have a forum just for themselves, so they can, Kathy goes in there and she shares the agenda and any information that we need for the meetings. The nice thing is that you also have, within these forums, have access to materials to download. So all of our committees are going to have their own forum as well. So you're going to be able to communicate, share, and interact. And it works like most forums do. I just created this one yesterday, which is, good day, fellow owner. Please take a moment, join the forum, introduce yourself. So what you would do is you could come in here, add a comment to that one, and interact with that particular topic and engage in that. We have the little eyeball up here, means you're watching it, so you can turn that on or off. When you're watching one, you go back to the main. So because, again, as we start using this, right, there's going to be a lot of posts in here, and you're like, man, I don't have to dig through all those posts. I only want to see the posts that I like. So you can just come right up here and say, see my watched post. Well, now it's just giving me the posts that I've watched. So it has a lot of engagement opportunity for us. And as we get our database clean, we're going to be forming all these forums for you to start engaging with each other. Next up really is going to be mostly used by your faculty. We are going to be processing all of the certificates from CEA, because those of you who sent faculty to CEA, they do get their certificates for their CEUs. So they're all going to be delivered electronically, and they can be tracked right up here. As we roll out more webinars, We will connect those for the faculty. We will connect those to the CEU units so they can track all the hours that they engage with us during the year. And it'll have one place that they can print out all those CEUs. So you can show NACAS or anyone else that accepts those CEUs that they've completed their education for the year. Next up are the directories. So here's our school directory, as you can see, like, wow, I know Michael Hallman's at American Institute of Beauty. I got to try to find his number. What's the number? How do I get a hold of them? Here we go. Here's a main number. Here's Carrie's connected to this particular location, and there's their homepage. So you can find out data from any of our schools. The more information that you provide, the more that it'll appear on these directories. Next up, one of the most important directories is we always need, for the schools out there, you always need some type of goods and services, right? Maybe you're not happy with maybe one of your current providers and you'd like to look and see what other partners, maybe your current provider isn't a partner with AACS. And I'm going to take a moment right now just to, again, share with all the school owners that are on the call. First of all, thank all of our partners that are on the call, because you are more special. You're not just vendors, you're partners. And what I mean by that is they, at CEA, they were all there sharing information. They weren't there. Yes, they had booths, and yes, they wanted to show you their newest and greatest. But if you stop by Tammy Taylor's booth, for instance, and said, Tammy, I've got a question. In our nail class, we're doing XYZ, but we're having problems with this particular element. Could you share some of your knowledge? Tammy would step right up and say, absolutely. If you went over and saw Manhal at Pigment Cosmetics, same thing. Any of our partners there are more than willing to share. So they're more than just vendors. So I want to encourage all of our schools, when you're looking for a new vendor, or maybe want to replace a vendor, or you're rolling something new out, please go to our partner directory and search out our partners first. There are a lot of accounting firms you can go with out there to do your audits, but there's only a handful of them that have partnered with us, that do webinars with us and share their knowledge. So I encourage you really to use this partner directory to the best that you can, and to engage with our partners when you need their products and services. So with that, our partners that are on, guys, I still see a lot of you without logos, a lot of incomplete profiles. So if you haven't yet, please get on the back end. You're going to go to that same My Info spot and get filled in. I'm going to go to our partner that helped design our website, get found first, because I know they put all their information in here. So when you go to a partner's website or to their directory, you can come in here, you can find out what they do, what categories. They've got photos, they've got videos up here. So it's an opportunity for you to really share a lot of information, their contact information, and their website. So really, we want this Info Hub to be your go-to. So we're trying to get as much information in here as possible. So again, thanks to the partners for all that you do for us, and we appreciate all of your support. So next up is resources. So, as Kathy said, we're doing a lot more now. We got webinars, we've got lunch and learns, we've got newsletters. So you're like, man, I don't want to have to search my email to find out. There was a newsletter a couple of weeks ago, and I don't want to search so you just come right up here into the newsletters. And you can find our newsletters in here. We're just starting to upload all of them into here, but you can see here's the July 10th newsletter. You click on it, it has the link to the newsletter right here, and you can read the newsletter. Same thing is, man, I missed the webinar and I'd like to see it. We've got our webinars posted up here as well. These are all free for you to watch at your leisure, because we know sometimes 1 o'clock on a Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time may not be a good time for you to watch that webinar. And while we'd love to have you live, that information you want to be able to share. We also are putting the PowerPoints up, and we have those from the webinar. So all that information is going to be right here in your resources tab. So watch us keep growing with all the information that we'll be posting up here, as well as our lunch and learn recordings there as well. So your resources tab, very, very important. Make sure that you check that out. News items, again, you're like, wow, I missed the last state update. It was yesterday, so you can probably find that one pretty easy. But you went, well, I know a couple weeks ago, I saw some on the state update that talked about an issue I was interested in. Oh, it's July 8th. I think that's about the time. It's right here. So the full state update, same thing for all of your federal updates. There's an update that came out the other day, updates on the college scorecard. You can find it right here in the Info Hub. So we're going to have all the latest and greatest back here, as well as you'll see it as time goes on, you'll see it accumulate with all the past will be kept in here as well. So 2 really good resource tabs. We'll continue to add to some of these as we move forward. And then last but not least, we hope all of you are proud to be AACS members. And so we ask you, and here's a very easy place to get it. It was sent out with your certificate. All of you should have received an electronic certificate. If you didn't, please reach out to Amanda. We'll make sure that you get the link for your certificate that you can print on, put up on your wall. Well, we would ask all of you, some of you still have, I think, our old logo from 2 iterations ago. So update your website. Down at the bottom here, we've got our school member 2024. You can download that right from here, give it to whoever does your website, and that way you can proudly show that you are a member of AACS and engage with all the activities that we are involved in. Partners, same way, all of your badges are right here. So that gives you, I think, a pretty good overview of our new Info Hub. If you have any questions, please post them. We'll try to get to them. We're running about 15 minutes early here. If we have questions, we'll answer them. Otherwise, we'll give everybody a little bit time back. Amanda, while we're waiting on that, let me just stop my share here for a minute. Why don't you just introduce yourself to everybody on the call and tell us a little bit about your background and joining AACS.
Yeah, so my name's Amanda. I'm originally from the New England area. I live in Fort Lauderdale now. As Cecil mentioned, I was over at FAPS before. I was doing membership stuff with them. So really excited to get to meet some of you guys at conferences and events. And of course, reach out to me if you have any questions. And yes, super excited.
Wonderful. Kathy, any closing comments?
No, I just want to thank Cecil for all the hard work to get a new website. I think all of us know I'm actually going through a website refresh, and there's a lot of work. I think more work for the association, because you have all these resource pages. Like I learned something today about all those old newsletters, and I need to go get my new badge, where to go for my website. So this was a big lift. And so thank you. I think that once everybody kind of makes that transition to use this on a more regular basis, I think it's going to be a really, really wonderful member benefit that will really kind of take the place of listserv, quite honestly. So because listserv emails get lost in the 250 emails that we all receive every day. So thank you to Cecil for that. And, and then it goes without saying that I just really want to thank all the board of directors for their efforts in pursuing all of our priorities this year. I'm coming up on the last couple months of my chairmanship, and it's been great, and we've accomplished a lot, and I'm super proud of the staff, and I'm super proud of the board members and all of our committee chairs, Karina Santora, Stacey Wells, and all the volunteers for CEA that put on such a great event. There's just so many reasons to be a member of AACS. And I put the challenge out to our participants at CEA that next year, make sure you come back and bring a friend or two, and just spread the the energy and the wealth of information that's out there. We know that our challenges are bigger than ever in our classrooms and at our schools. And so it's just rich in information. And then, of course, okay, so we're not ready for registration for annual, but put a placeholder on your calendar for really October 24th through the 27th. So thank you so much for everybody's hard work.
Kathy, thank you. While you were chatting, we did get a question. Let me just, if you have any issues, whether, oh, wow, you're missing a branch, you don't have one of our schools in there, you don't have the right contact person. Very simply, membership@myaacs.org. That'll get it straight over to Amanda, and she will reach back out, make sure that you put your contact information, how you want to be contacted. She can either email you back or engage in a phone conversation with you, and we'll get that all set. That's one of our number one priorities, really, is to getting all of our data as clean as possible, so we're able to properly communicate with all of our members. Again, I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy schedules to join us today. I want to thank all the school owners for all that you do for all your students. And again, to our partners for all they do for the industry. We are so lucky to have you on board, and we appreciate all your work. Same thing, any of the partners that have questions with your site, just reach out to Amanda. I know normally you've been reaching out to Kimber for a lot of things, but anything dealing with the website, the portal, please reach out to Amanda and she will take care of it. So with that, everybody have a wonderful rest of today, a nice Friday, and a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye.